I want to talk about something today that a lot of people are too proud to bring up. And I understand that pride. I was raised with it too. We were taught to handle our business behind closed doors and not let anybody see us struggling. But pride won't keep your lights on, so we're going to talk about it anyway. Your retirement check doesn't stretch like it used to. And if you're sitting there every single month moving money around, robbing Peter to pay Paul, trying to figure out how to make it all work, you are not alone, not even a little bit. There are millions of people doing the exact same thing right now and feeling ashamed about it like they did something wrong. You did not do anything wrong. Let me say that again so it sits right. You did not do anything wrong. The cost of everything went up. The groceries, the gas, the medicine, the rent, and that check did not go up to match it. That is not a personal failure. That is the world we are living in right now. And I need you to stop carrying shame that was never yours to carry. But here's what I also know. There are ways to make that check work better than it's working for you right now. I'm not talking about magic. I'm not talking about some get-rich scheme. I'm talking about real practical everyday things that real people are doing right now to stretch what they have. And by the time we finish today, you're going to have a whole list of them. So let's get into it. But first, before we touch a single tip, I need to deal with the pride thing head on because it's going to get in your way if we don't. I know how we were raised. I know we were taught that you handle your own and you don't ask anybody for anything. There's dignity in that, and I respect it. But there are programs, real legitimate programs, designed specifically for people in your exact situation. And too many of our people are leaving that help sitting right there on the table because they're too proud to reach out and take it. Listen to me. Your tax dollars paid into this system your entire working life. Every paycheck you ever earned, they took a piece of it for exactly this. So getting help now is not charity, it is not a handout, it is not begging, it is yours, you already paid for it. You're just collecting what belongs to you. Now let's talk about where your money's actually going. The first place most people waste money without even realizing it is the grocery store. And I'm not about to tell you to eat less or eat bad, I would never. I'm telling you to shop smarter. If you have an Aldi near you, start going there. I know some folks turn their nose up at it, but baby, that store will save you real money and the food is good. I'm talking about the same quality you're getting elsewhere for a fraction of the price. And while you're at it, start buying the store brand instead of the name brand. Most of the time, it is the exact same product made in the exact same factory, just with a different label slapped on it. That fancy name on the box cannot cook your dinner and it cannot pay your rent. So why are you paying extra for it? Here's another thing about groceries. Plan your meals before you go. You don't have to plan a whole week if that feels like too much, even just 3 days at a time. Because the number one way people waste money at the grocery store is walking in there with no plan, grabbing a little of this and a little of that, and then half of it goes bad in the refrigerator before you ever get around to cooking it. That right there is money in the garbage. Literal dollars in the trash can. And before you make your plan, check what's on sale that week. Build your meals around whatever is already marked down. You let the sales decide your menu instead of deciding your menu and paying full price. That one habit by itself can change your whole grocery bill. Now, the second big thing, I want you to go through every single bill you pay every month and ask yourself one question: do I actually use this? I promise you, there is something on there you forgot about. Most people are paying for 2 or 3 subscriptions they don't even remember signing up for. Streaming services you never watch. Some app you downloaded one time. A gym membership you haven't used since before the pandemic. Go look at your bank statement. Right now, in your mind, start thinking about what's on there. And whatever you find that you don't use, cancel it. Today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Because every month you wait is more money gone that you're never getting back. While you're at it, pick up the phone and call your phone company, call your cable company, call your internet provider. Tell them straight out, I'm on a fixed income and I need a lower rate. I know it feels uncomfortable. I know we don't like to ask, But those companies have programs for seniors and for lower income households that they do not advertise anywhere. They are never going to call you up and offer it out of the kindness of their heart. You have to ask for it. And the worst thing they can say is no, and then you're right back where you already were. No harm done. But most of the time, they say yes. They'd rather give you a discount than lose you completely. Third thing, your utilities, your electric bill and your gas bill are almost certainly higher than they need to be. There's a program called LIHEAP. It stands for the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. It's a federal program that helps people pay their heating and their cooling costs, and most people have never even heard of it. You can look it up online, or here's the easiest thing, just dial 211 from any phone, 211, it's free. And they will tell you every assistance program available in your area. Write that number down, 211. It might be the most useful phone call you make all year. Also, call your utility company and ask about budget billing. That's where they take your whole year of usage and average it out. So you pay the same amount every month instead of getting hit with a monster bill in the dead of winter or the middle of summer. It makes everything easier to plan for. And do what you can to seal up your home. Put draft stoppers under the doors. Put plastic over the windows if you need to in the winter. Keep that thermostat just a couple degrees lower than you'd like, and throw on an extra sweater or an extra blanket. I know it sounds small, but those little things add up to real money over the course of a year. Fourth, and I feel strongly about this one, know your senior discounts and use them every single time. A lot of people know the discounts exist, but they feel some kind of way about asking. Baby, ask. Ask everywhere you go. Restaurants, grocery stores, the movies, the pharmacy, the bus, the train, national parks, even some utility companies have senior rates. The discount is sitting right there, but they're not going to give it to you unless you open your mouth and ask for it. So ask every time. Make it a habit. And get yourself an AARP membership. It costs about $16 a year, $16. And the discounts it gets, you can save you hundreds on hotels, on rental cars, on insurance, on prescriptions, on all kinds of things. Do the math on that. $16 to save hundreds. That's one of the smartest things you can spend money on. Now, since I mentioned prescriptions, if you are paying full price for your medications, I need you to stop right now and look up something called GoodRx. It's free. You don't pay anything to use it. You just pull it up on your phone, or you print out the card and you show it at the pharmacy counter. Then a lot of times it cuts your cost way, way down. I'm talking about medications that cost $40, $50 coming all the way down to $5 or $6. I am not exaggerating one bit. People don't know about it and they're out here overpaying every single month. And while we're on it, ask your doctor about the generic version of whatever you're taking. The generic is the same medicine, same ingredients, same dose. It does the same exact thing. The only difference is it doesn't have the brand name on the bottle. Doctors don't always bring it up because they're just used to writing what they always write. But you can ask, and you should ask every single time. Now, here's the part I really, really want you to sit with me on, because this is the one that gets people. So many of you on fixed incomes are still out here taking care of everybody else, still slipping money to your grown children, still paying for things for the grandkids, still lending money you cannot afford to lose. And you're doing it because you love your family and because saying no feels like you're letting them down. Feels like you're not being a good mother or a good grandmother. I understand that feeling all the way down to my bones. I do. But listen to me carefully. You cannot take care of anybody else if you run yourself completely into the ground. You cannot be a blessing to your family if you turn yourself into a burden to your family. And I'm saying that with every bit of love in my heart. It is okay to say no. It is okay to say, baby, I can't right now. It is okay to say, I'm on a fixed income and I have to be careful with what I've got. Any child or grandchild who truly loves you is going to understand that. And the ones who give you a hard time about it now, they're going to understand it later when they get to where you are and finally see what it costs. So put yourself first. And don't you feel one bit guilty about it, not because you're being selfish, because you're being smart, because you're being wise, because you finally learned that your well-being matters too. And the last thing I want to leave you with, if things are really hard right now, and for some of you they are, and there's no shame in that, reach out to your local area agency on aging. Every single community has one. They can connect you to food help, utility help, transportation, in-home care, all kinds of services you might not even know exist. And you get to them the same easy way. Just dial 211. You worked your whole life. You raised your children. You paid your taxes. You showed up day after day, year after year. There is absolutely no shame, none, in using the resources that exist for people who did exactly what you did. That check might not be everything you hoped it would be by now. I know that. But with the right moves, it can go a whole lot further than you think it can. And you deserve to live with some comfort, some breathing room, some peace of mind. You don't deserve to just barely survive. You deserve to actually live. That's all I got for you today. I want you to take care of yourself this week. And I mean really take care of yourself. Come on back next week and sit with me again. And please, please share this with somebody you love who needs to hear it. I'll see you next time.